The territory that became Colombia was first visited by Europeans when the first expedition of Alonso de Ojeda arrived at the Cabo de la Vela in 1499. The Spanish made several attempts to settle along the north coast of today's Colombia in the early 16th century, but their first permanent settlement at Santa Marta was not established until 1525. In 1533, Pedro de Heredia founded Cartagena, the principal trade center on the Colombian coast. Spanish conquistador Gonzalo Jimenez de Quesada led an expedition to the interior in April 1536 and christened the districts through which he passed New Kingdom of Granada. 2 years later, he founded provisionally its capital near the Muisca Cacicasco of Bacatá and named it Santa Fe. The conquistadors made frequent alliances with the enemies of different indigenous communities. The institution of the Spanish Royal Audiencia in Bogotá gave that city the status of capital of New Granada, which comprised in large part what is now the territory of Colombia. Early 18th century, the Viceroyalty of New Granada was originally created, and then it was temporarily removed, to finally be re-established in 1739. The Viceroyalty had Santa Fe de Bogotá as its capital. Bogotá became one of the principal administrative centers of the Spanish possessions in the New World, along with Lima and Mexico City. Since the beginning of the periods of conquest and colonization, there were several rebel movements against Spanish rule, but most were either crushed or remained too weak to change the overall situation. The last one that sought outright independence from Spain sprang up around 1810 and culminated in the Colombian Declaration of Independence, issued on the 20th of July, 1810, a day which is now celebrated as the nation's Independence Day. A movement was initiated by Antonio Nariño, who opposed Spanish centralism and led the opposition against the Viceroyalty. Cartagena became independent. In 1811, the United Provinces of New Granada were proclaimed, headed by Camilo Torres Tenorio. The emergence of two district ideological currents among the patriots gave rise to a period of instability. Shortly after the Napoleonic Wars ended, Ferdinand VII, restored to the throne in Spain, unexpectedly decided to send military forces to retake most of northern South America. The Viceroyalty was restored under the command of Juan Sámano. The retribution stoked renewed rebellion, which, combined with a weakened Spain, made possible by a successful rebellion led by the Venezuelan-born Simón Bolívar, who finally proclaimed independence in 1819. The pro-Spanish resistance was defeated in 1822 in the present territory of Colombia. Colombia was the first constitutional government in South America, and the liberal and conservative parties, founded in the mid-19th century, are two of the oldest surviving political parties in the Americas. Slavery was abolished in the country in 1851. In 1863, the name of the republic was changed officially to United States of Colombia, and later the country adopted its present name, Republic of Colombia. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel for new videos updated daily.